Okay guys, going to tell you a wee salmon fly called the Kenyaman. Now this fly was brought to the River Moy in the Bird School fishery in County Mayo in the 1950s. But it's a good wee fly for the top dropper and it'll catch you fish. Like everything, as long as you have confidence in it, it'll get you salmon. So the hook and the vise is a size 12 partridge patriot double black nickel. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is Uni thread 801 black. So I'm just going to come in, I'm going to start my thread a couple of mil behind the eye of the hook because of a squirrel wing to put on up here and a hackle, and I want to make sure I've enough room at the top. Now put a tag on the fly. The back of this is oval silver tinsel and small, so just offer this up the hook and catch it in, and then you can bring your oval silver tinsel underneath your hook and just run the thread down, tying it in, and then we'll just come round with then we'll just come round with 4 turns of the oval silver tinsel, and then on the last turn just bring it up in between your hook, the 2 hooks, just locks in your tag, a couple of turns to secure, and then you can come in and trim away the oval silver, the excess of it. Now the tail on the fly is golden pheasant crest feather. Now I have 2 here and I haven't prepared these in any way at all. I'm just going to put them up to the fly to the length that I like. We'll just take them as it comes to us. I'm happy enough for that, so I'm just going to come in and take the excess away. Now at this stage I'm just going to take that bit of fluff out, and then I'm going to run the thread up, just hang in the tail nice and tight with my thread turns here. Now on the way back down, the body is an oval silver tinsel, and this is the French oval silver tinsel in 15. It's a medium. It's a medium tinsel. Now we'll get a length of this off the spool. Now what I like to do is, just simply because it's so thick, is the first couple of mil is just strip the oval silver tinsel off the bare the core, the white core, and then just offer this in underneath, much like I did with the tag at the back, and then just work my thread down. Just bring my thread down, tie it up against my tail and back up again. Now I'm just going to bring this up in close touch and turn, so I'm just going to come in and just the excess here, just take that away, that wee bit, and then we'll just come up with our oval silver tinsel. Now you want your turns to be touching. You don't want to see any black thread coming through if you can. It's no big deal if you can see black thread. The salmon won't mind. Right, just going to bring it up the body to there, following it around with my thread. Now before I secure it in, all I'll do is just check, make sure the body's fine, that's grand. Then just come in, I'm just going to trim away the excess of the oval silver tinsel. Now if you wanted, you could put on some varnish or super glue onto the body, and that would just help the fly maybe last a wee bit longer. I just decide not to use it. Now the wing is grey squirrel tail dyed yellow, so you're not looking too much, you're just looking at a small amount. I'm just going to come in and trim this away from the skin, and then I'll just remove any rubbish from the bottom. I'm just going to stack it. I like to stack. You don't have to stack it, you can put it on like that, there's nothing wrong with it, like that, but I like to stack it. Just give it a rattle on my desk and all the tips have lined up for me. Just take it out. Now, you want your wing, you can have it longer than the tail. I'm just going to have it the same length as the tail. The tips of the squirrel coming to the tail at the back. Now, I just like to measure my squirrel and then come in and trim it. Just trim this over the bin, or else I'll be getting shouted at for making a mess. Then I'm just going to get the squirrel tight to the hook, as close and tight to the hook as I can, and then I'm just going to come around with a pinching loop and then a couple of turns just to secure it in place. Now, at this stage I just like to still keep my thread tight. There's a couple of wee ones that just slipped on me, so I'm just going to come in and take those away, and then I'll come in and just wipe a wee bit of super glue onto your thread, or varnish. If you don't like using super glue, use varnish. Not everybody likes using the old super glue. And then I'm just going to bring this down over the cut ends. I just want to make sure it's well secured in, because it's a terrible habit of pulling out on you. Now, if there's any excess on there, just come in and wipe it away. The next part of the fly is a black hen hackle. So I'll just strip away some of the rubbish from the bottom. Just going to come in and locate the tip. I'm just looking to create that wee Christmas tree type shape in your hackle. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to come in and trim off the tip and leave that wee tag end just to tie it in. And just tie this in nice and tight. Now, this fly, when you're dressing it, traditionally it's a real bushy fly. That's the style of the pattern. And bushy flies, particularly salmon flies, aren't everybody's cup of tea at times. But this fly was tied in the 1950s and it's still being tied today commercially. Then it works, because they wouldn't have flies on sale that don't sell. Now, that slipped on me, so because all I'm doing is talking instead of concentrating. Now, just come back in again. Just going to come back round, holding the stem, just flying around with my thread. Just get nice tight turns in here now to secure it in. And then you come in with your scissors, trim away the stem. Now, just going to concentrate and get my head right here on the fly. Happy with that. Then just come in with your whip finishing tool and throw in a whip finish. Pull the thread up nice and tight and come in, trim away the thread. Okay. Just going to hold the wing and just bring some of the hackle out, just because it's a hen hackle. It has a tendency sometimes the fibres on the hen hackle just to stick together or marry together, as it's otherwise known as. Now, I'm happy with that. It's a grand wee fly. Now, just come in, touch of super glue onto the head of the fly, right the whole way right round. Now, you don't want it running into your hen hackle. It'll just ruin the fly on you, and you don't want that. And there you go, guys. So, that's the Kenyaman. Like I say, a wee bit of history behind the pattern. It's a colour combination, like yellow and black, colour combination that you can't go wrong with, particularly for salmon. Tie a few up, get a few in your box. Hopefully they catch you a few fish. You've nothing to lose. And many thanks for taking the time to view the video.